think it's June the 11th, 2026. Man, it's been so much going on. I'm just like a little bit shocked at what's been going on. I met me a Mr. Him. That's what I call him. That's not his name, of course. But I'm really digging that song by T.I. called Mr. Him, and so that's what I call him. Anyway, I met him a few months ago on Facebook dating, and we had a few correspondence on there, and then that was it, because he came off to me as if he was being like super defensive, like people had been probably taking advantage of him because he got a little coin. And so even his profile says something to the effect of, you need to have your own money, and he ain't subsidizing incomes and all that kind of stuff, which was a bit of a turnoff too. But I didn't, think nothing of it. But I just logged back in to Facebook last Wednesday, so I've been on there a week yesterday. And when I came back on there, he back in my inbox again. We matched again. And this time, he came off a little bit different. He was just like, he wanted to take me out, And I was like, okay, where you want to take me? He was like, we could go to dinner or breakfast. I said, how about brunch? And we texting, we not talking. And so we planned for brunch within a few texts. And we went to brunch last Sunday and met in live and living color. Outside of the few little texts on Facebook and, exchanging numbers on the strength that we had set up something that we was doing together, we weren't doing a whole lot of talking. We still not doing a whole lot of talking. But he was smitten with my motherfucking ass at that breakfast, at that brunch. And I could tell he was smitten because he was over talking, you know what I mean? And he was real excited about just keeping the conversation going, because I make it very clear on my profile, I hate small talk. And I think some people take that the wrong way, because I had this guy coming in my box telling me something. I hate small talk too, let's just get to fucking. And that ain't what it's about. Because really, literally, if you don't have some type of intriguing conversation with me, that will never happen. At any rate, so the date goes well, and he asked, can he see me again? I said, of course. So he walks me to my car, and that ends the date. And I was a little bit like, wow, he really is smitten with me. He's 77 years old, and he's a Caucasian. But he is very, he has a very youthful spirit about himself. He's, not fine, but he attractive. You know what I mean? He attractive guy. The only thing I will say that I don't really like is that he don't wear any hair on his face. And I don't like no man to wear no hair on their face. I don't know why that turns me off so much, but it really does. I do not like a man that is clean shaven. For lack of a better word to say, it's like a pussy face. And I don't like it. So I'm going to work on that. But normally I would have been crude by now and said it. Why you don't wear no hair on your face? I don't like that. So but I'm just letting things go without being critical, none of the sorts. Because really it's change on the table. Truthfully, you know what I mean? And I ain't no hoe, you know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. At any rate, the man is pursuing me. And I mean, he pursuing me. Because I mentioned to him on text that I wanted to see a couple of plays in New York City. Because he travels a lot. He travels extensively. And I love to travel. Like, one of the first questions he asked me when we did talk on the phone was whether or not I had a passport. Oh yeah, I got one. He said, is it up to date though? So I really do need to look. I keep saying I'm going to look because I think that it expires next year, 2027. But it might expire this year. But I think it expires 2027. And you got to get it updated 6 months before it expires. So I'm still working on that. At any rate, I mentioned to this guy that I wanted to go to see Proof and Come and Gone in New York City that's playing 2 black plays. This man has researched, done his homework, and got us flights to go next month to see these 2 plays. Now that's what I mean by, like, you really want to spend time with me. Like I just mentioned that's what I wanted. And he doing it. And we going. And we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. You hear me? He's a Cancer. His birthday July the 2nd. He'll be 78. Mine is August the 2nd. So this trip is a birthday trip for us. But he's planning the whole thing and paying for the whole thing. That's what I like the most. Now I'm still gonna probably come off with some money with some shit I gotta do, like get my dog, put in what do they call it? Board my dog for a few days. Because we only gonna be up there for a few days. And I mean, we've been going back and forth, trying to figure out what those dates was because he was trying to find the best flights. So he found the best flights, and then now we gonna get the tickets for the shows today. And I don't know why I'm saying we, like I got, but I might be contributing in a way that, because I got this website that I could buy tickets on that are much cheaper than where he's looking at the tickets at on his end. But I think he already decided he gonna get orchestra tickets, which me personally, I don't want to be in the orchestra. I've never wanted to sit in the orchestra because to me, when you sit there right in front of the stage, you don't get to see anything. I want to be in the mezzanine. The mezzanine should be the area that's the most highest because you can see the entire stage from the mezzanine, like everything from the back to the front to the side. You can just see everything, especially if you're in the middle. And that's where I want to be, in the mezzanine, in the middle. And I already told him that, so I'm going to let him handle it. But what I find odd is that since my engagement with him, my profile on Facebook dating is just blowing up. It's crazy. And for years, because I've been single for 20 years damn near, I have gotten guys in my inbox, but I would almost venture to say for sure, probably 80% of the guys that come into my inbox were all fake pages. Africans sitting behind computers and stealing people's photos and stuff. And the reason why I know, because I've had so much experience with I'm a widow. I got 1 kid, and my wife died in a car accident. Just like I've had a lot of experience with that, and so I think it was the energy. I don't know, something about my energy brought all of these guys to me, and I never wasted any time, because I can tell when they start using the word dear. I could tell when they got all these emojis when they talk. I could just tell that you're not real by just, and I just cut that off. But I was getting really frustrated, like, why am I getting so many spam pages? Now, I literally probably have none. And I noticed that every guy, and it's a real guy, is tall. And that's what I want, is a tall guy. But the thing about it is, nobody is coming with intention. Mr. Him is the only one that has came with some intention. Now, it's guys that's been saying a lot of things that they think that I want to hear, but I need a conversation or some action. Really, I want both. But to get in the door, you got to come with something to talk about. And I'm going to tell you, these guys, you can tell they not, for real, they not really interested, because they don't even come with more than hi, how you doing, and what you got going on. Because I, you know, one black guy that acted like he had intentions said, you know, what do I have going on for Friday? Like, what does it matter what I have going on? If you want to take me out on a date, why not say, I want to take you out Friday. Are you available? Black men always use stuff like, when can I see you? When are you free? Like, why do that? To me, that just doesn't make sense to say, when can I see you and when are you free? Because, you know, jokingly, but for real, I'm never free. You know what I mean? And if you want to spend some time with me, you got to plan it. Put some thought into what you want to do. Here's my advice to most men. If you want to take somebody out you truly not all that interested and invested in trying to spend any money on to date, plan something that you like to do. Whatever it is that you like to do. And then invite that person to tag along with you as a date option. They're not knowing that they're tagging along, but if they interested in you, then they'll do whatever it is that you got planned. And then, whether you like the person or not, you're going to enjoy the date because it's something that you want to do. To me, that's so simple. To just plan something that you want to do and invite somebody along. But instead, you know, men say shit like to you, what you like to do, where you want to go. And the shit I like to do and where I want to go, the shit is high. It's expensive. But I buy it for myself. So when you ask me what restaurant I want to go to or what it is I want to do, when I tell you, then you offended because now I look like a gold digger, and I'm not. I'm not a gold digger, because the shit I'm telling you about is shit that I planned on or have done. And that I'm willing to pay for. So there's no way, you know, I'm a gold digger. And you can stop having that thought about somebody being a gold digger if you do all the planning. Don't ask somebody what they want to do. Of course, most women are going to say something more expensive for if it's on your dime. If you asking them what they want to do, stop. Do something you want to do, because I really, truly want to learn how to do. Well, not learn how to, but I like learning new shit. I like, you know, being exposed to shit I didn't know nothing about. So maybe something you doing is a new thing for me. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't even think I could like nothing like that. But I can enjoy anything. I don't know about most women, but for me, I can enjoy anything. But, you know, back to the point is, you're not intentional when you're asking me, you know, what are you doing this weekend? Why do you need to know what I'm doing this weekend? It's none of your motherfucking business what I'm doing this weekend. If you don't have a plan for me this weekend, then, you know, why worry about what I'm doing? How is it affecting you to know what I'm doing? It's not. So stop asking. Now the guy, you know, the one of the black guys who literally is not one of the good looking ones that I'm interested in, but he is at least taking a step of asking me for my phone number and reaching out and us communicating. But his whole thing was you could tell he was trying to do a free date. And I love a free day too. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with a free day. Where you ain't spending no money. So he said, you know, how about How about, he said, do you like outdoor concerts? I say, they cool. You know what I mean? Long as the weather is good. Because right now in St. Louis, it's humid as hell. And I don't want to be outside in no venue. Looking at no motherfucker sing, dance, or say any poetry. It's too motherfucking hot. I don't like, I'm not doing that. So, but I said, yeah, I can do outdoor park. He said, well, they got something going on in Ferguson and da 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 da. So, I knew that, he wanted us to attend, but as a man, why wouldn't you say, baby, it's a concert going on Friday, and I would love to spend some time with you. Would you mind going with me, or can we plan to do that, or can you meet me over there? Nah, it's all this roundabout shit, And so he go, I'm going to send you the flyer. That's what he said. I'm going to send you the flyer. So he sends me the flyer, and I look at it, and then I go to ChatGPT and to ask them, what is the weather going to be like in in Ferguson on Friday around 6:30 or 7 o'clock? It's going to be 80 motherfucking degrees. Now I don't want to go to that concert. First of all, I don't like North County, so I don't want to, and I know that's where we all are, but I don't like it. And I ain't going to get into that because people get really offended by the fact that I don't like some motherfucking place, and I don't. But I just texted him back and told him I'm not interested in going in there because I checked the weather, and the weather is going to be bad. And he didn't have, to me, as a man, you should have checked the weather and told me. Oh, it's going to be hot. If you're up for some hot stuff, then, we could go to this concert, and but it's going to be hot. But he ain't do none of that. I did it. I'm still doing the motherfucking work. But I got so much more to say, but I'm at work and I got to go.